thanks. It's a heck of a performance, man. I know you're not pitching. Well, in this case, you are pitching also against Shohei, but what's it like locking horns with him? And, he was shoving and you were matching a pitch for pitch, except for the one to Upton.
Yeah. What he's doing on the mound and then what he does at the plate it's unbelievable to watch. Like for him to do it all year long, lead the league in home runs and have like a 2.7 ERA. It's like not real, it doesn't feel real. He's a great player, and he pitched really well tonight and, hit one out of the yards. He's a great player.
Did you kind of go in thinking that the margin was kind of small? You know what I mean? Like you had to be really on your game because how tough he is?
No, I didn't think about that. I'm more worried about what I'm trying to do on the mound. I'm not too focused about who's on the mound for them. Really ever, it's a cool matchup. Being able to watch that, but I'm more worried about what I'm doing on the mound and, trying to get zeros on the board.
With the Upton at bat, you got him the next two times. You mixed in more off speed in those next two. Do you regret the selection of the pitch, or did you just leave it out over?
No, I just didn't execute a pitch. It's unfortunate that the one pitch that's the difference in the game is kind of that one pitch. So, but if I execute that pitch up and in, I think it's a different result completely. I don't think it's a home run. Maybe it's a hit, but I don't think he's running out of the yard. So. I think it's the right pitch, just wrong location.
Thanks, Tarik.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Evan Petzold.
Yeah, Tarik, you made your major league debut a year ago now, and I'm just kind of curious, maybe a bigger question, a bigger picture type of question. Just how much have you learned along the way, and how proud are you of how far you've come?
Yeah, I forget. I thought about that earlier, actually, that 1 year ago today was my debut. I didn't really know it was coming up. But yeah, I think just learning a ton about myself, where my stuff plays, and also just learning the hitters around the league is also something to know where to throw pitches and what guys struggle with, what guys can, hit certain pitches. And then obviously for me, the development, I think if you look at me 1 year ago today and then where I'm at now, I feel like a completely different pitcher. So yeah, I think that, I'm trending in the right direction.
For sure. Then obviously stuff was really good tonight. A lot of first pitch strikes, able to get swings and misses with, all your pitches really. Just how good did you feel out there throughout the course of your outing?
Yeah, I felt like I was commanding things where I wanted to go and, throwing off speed and hitters counts and then getting ahead of guys too. Strike one was a big thing for me. I don't know how many first pitch strikes I threw, but I felt like I was in my counts most of the night. But yeah, the slider wasn't as sharp to the glove side as I wish. That's something that, I can kind of take away from today that I didn't really like too much. But yeah, I thought I was commanding everything pretty well.
And I guess too, how much more disappointing is it that, one mistake there to Upton is really the difference in the game, both for you and then kind of for the team as well. Does that just feel like it stings a little bit more, even though you had a really good outing?
Yeah, it is pretty frustrating that one pitch is kind of what decides the game ultimately. And, they get the momentum straight off the rip with putting 2 runs up in the first inning. It kind of probably let Shohei kind of feel a little bit more comfortable pitching with a lead the entire game too. So there's a lot of it that goes into it, not just the 2 runs, but just them coming in the first inning too.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Evan. Trevor Thompson.
Yeah, Tarik, I'm just wondering, and not just watching Shohei tonight, but just along the way over the last year, is there anything you've picked up watching opposing pitchers that you can use for yourself, whether it's do's or don'ts, or just things that you might be able to add, setting up hitters or anything like that about the game?
Yeah, I think Ohtani did a great job of just throwing strikes with everything tonight. Throwing every single pitch he had and every single different count, throwing him for strikes when he needed to, expanding when he could. I felt like through 6 innings, he had thrown 7 balls or something. I looked up, I'm like, he's only thrown 7 balls and 3 of them were to lead off the game. Just throwing strikes and, watching him do what he did with his stuff, I think is something I definitely can take away.
And also just looking back at this season and where you're at the dog days of August for the first time around for you in a full season, what are you learning about your body, how to prepare, how to adjust, and how you're feeling at this point in the season? You look strong, but just along that line, how you're feeling and what you're learning about that aspect of the game. Thanks.
Yeah, I've always put a ton of value in taking care of your body, from day one of the season, but it also goes back to the off season, kind of how you attack that too. So I feel great, and I'm going to continue to take care of my body and do what it needs and, take rest when I need it or push myself when I feel good. So, I feel great. I don't feel like it's the dog days of August yet. but that could always change. But I feel great, and I'm excited to take the ball again.